What's up, YouTube? I think we're live. How's it going? Today we're going to be talking about my brand new Classical Guitar Academy, nay, Concert Guitar Academy, dude. I think it's a great name, but this is my opportunity to get your thoughts. I want to find out what you all think, because I think that this can be a beautiful group. We've been meeting for, dude, I don't even know, 2 years, a year and a half. Like, time is a flat circle. Like, what is going on? It's been 2 years, I think, that this group has just been slowly meeting over time. It started as an open mic just for this channel, and it just purely a community event. We streamed an open mic monthly on Mondays. Over time, this has just kept growing bigger and bigger. I started filming my lessons with my teacher, Christopher Ladd, and started sharing those. And then over the last few months, we've started a studio class live, also meeting on Sundays. So this is part of my idea, my theory, that there are so many guitarists out there who are hobbyists, just like myself. Like, if you're a hobbyist, but you only play for yourself and your teacher, maybe, like, some people don't even have a teacher and they're just playing for themselves, but you want to play for others. You want to actually get out in the real world and play for that retirement home or for that hospital, or freaking, show up for, like, family reunion or something and play for your family. Dude, I'm just speaking to myself from years and years ago. I didn't get started performing until way too late, I feel. So who am I? What's going on here? My name is John. I am an enthusiast classical guitarist. I've been studying the classical guitar privately for 10 years. I started when I was 27, and for the first 5 years, it was all totally while working full-time, really intense jobs. I worked at Apple, Google, and Lyft, and while working at those really intense jobs, guitar was like my lifeline at times. Like, when projects and things would get busy, I loved practicing the guitar and getting away from computers, getting away from screens, and just playing a wooden box with strings, dude. Like, I love the classical guitar an irrational amount. I think it's fair to say an irrational amount. So my teacher said in 2020, dude, you're getting pretty good, but if you want to get to the next level, you should start performing for people. You should start performing. Shout outs to Mark Simons. I was studying with him, while I lived in California, in Silicon Valley. And he was like, you're getting pretty good. You're better than some people who try to make it as a musician. You're better than some people who go to music school, but you should be performing in the real world. And I was like, okay. And I went to the park and I performed. I practiced the Chaconne by Bach. I was just working on the scales, like those famous, difficult, fast scales. And it was amazing. Somebody took photos of me, like artist photos of me. And I was like, dude, that was so fun. I really enjoyed that. And that was February 2020. And then in March 2020, the entire freaking world shut down. So I was like, dang, just when I wanted to start performing in the real world and start performing for people, lockdowns happened. So I started trying to build this YouTube. I started filming progress videos, learning Asturias, one of those dream pieces for so many people to someday be able to play Asturias, the hardest guitar song ever. And, it's really hard to build an audience on something so niche, like from a hobbyist learning, classical guitar, which is already incredibly niche. Eventually, I started practicing on Twitch. Like, by the fall, I started practicing and streaming all of my practice sessions. We built a really beautiful little community, some regulars who just wanted to hang out every day while we're all, in the middle of lockdowns. But there's so many pieces that I play now that people were there from, from the very first note. pieces like the Cello Prelude by Bach, you know, the Prelude from the First Cello Suite, pieces like Regandi Etude 1, like a lot of the music, most of the music now that I perform daily are pieces that I've learned 100% live. So, what else is happening? Why is this video an hour or 30 minutes or whatever time it ends up taking? What we're going to do is we're going to talk about this topic. I'm so excited about this Guitar Academy that I'm launching with my teacher. We've partnered and we're trying to build this as a real business, as a real offering. We can turn you into a performing guitarist. We can absolutely, I believe, for a student of mine, I want a student of mine to be performing in their first year, performing for people, even if it's your very first year learning the guitar. I think that performance is a separate skill. It's a different skill tree. It's something that you can learn, and you're not going to learn that skill until you actually start doing it. So I can talk for a moment about our offerings. We've got studio classes and we have open mics, and then we also have just straight up lessons as well. I'll talk about those after I make a little performance. So we're live, as we can tell. You know, can't make this up. Let's see what happens. I'm gonna try my Lady Hunstan's Puff by John Dowland. After that, I'll talk a little bit more about these offerings, so I hope you enjoy. Here is My Lady Hunstan's Puff, a beautiful Renaissance piece that I hope you enjoy. Are we public, by the way? I just want to confirm. Yeah, we are. Okay, great. Okay, well, hope you enjoy. Okay, so many mistakes in there, so many mistakes, but overall, not bad. I'm okay with that for a completely cold take. So now, a few self-reflections before we move on into this topic. First, I forgot to turn off the background music, so that must have been an interesting little medley. I mean, I think that the background music was much quieter overall than the main microphone, but whatever. So that was one thing. Secondly, that was a little rough. But who freaking cares, dude? This is my point that I'm trying to drive home. So many people don't want to make mistakes and are embarrassed to make mistakes on the internet, live, recorded. There were a lot of mistakes in there, and that's okay, man. That is okay. I picked this piece deliberately, and those were the very first notes that I've played today. I haven't practiced at all today, so I knew that it was going to be a little rough I also picked that piece because I haven't practiced that one in a while. Like, I don't practice that piece very much nowadays. It hasn't been part of my recent concert programs. And I think later today in this video, we'll be practicing that one. But like, my point is, I was able to still fumble my way through that. And I have the confidence, based on my amount of time performing for people in person, also over open mics, mostly here on YouTube, that was still enjoyable. I think that was still overall enjoyable, especially if your target audience is people who are not guitar experts. I really think that the academic traditional model of teaching classical music and classical guitar is really kind of biased toward playing for other classical guitarists, because it's a niche style of music. It's just niche, and we're mostly playing for other guitarists. Get out there, man. Like, I played a bunch of pieces just like that a week ago at a retirement home, and they loved it, man. There were mistakes to the same level as this one, but they just really loved it. They loved that it was human, that I was passionate about it, that they just liked the music. I don't think that they noticed all the mistakes that I did. And so the ability to continue through and play to the end of a piece, even though you're making mistakes, that is a skill that takes practice, just like anything else. This is a skill that I've gained a lot here on YouTube. I stream all of my practice sessions, almost all. I think I have an argument that I have more performance experience than any other guitarist out there. Like, maybe ever. Maybe ever. I might have the most performance experience of any classical guitarist ever. Let's get more precise. What does that mean exactly? If you define the percentage of my time, if we define it by percentage at least, almost all of my practice time has been live, and it's been with an audience. It's been a performance in its own sense. I think it's extremely accurate, even though there were 5 years, my first 5 years practicing the guitar. Was it 5? I don't even know. Something like that. 3-4 years? 4? Was totally private. I didn't start, live practice sessions until the pandemic, at least. But since then, like 99% of my practice sessions have all been live. And I can go back and I can watch my old videos. I have like a crazy practice journal that's been filmed on YouTube. And I can go back and I can see that I've made progress. And I can see really concretely that I am able to perform live, that I have been able to get better live. Anyways, practicing performance is a separate skill than just being able to play for yourself privately. What do we offer? Let's get back to this academy thing. Not just why you should listen to me. You can watch my recital videos. You can watch a lot of videos that I've recorded that are much better than that one. But even that, I shouldn't apologize in any way. That was a good performance, I think. And getting to the attitude and the level of confidence of being able to just perform live, and dude, it's okay. It's okay if you make mistakes. Everybody is on the same page. Everybody's been there. Or everybody is there to watch you. Like, nobody captured somebody, kidnapped somebody, and tied them to the chair and said, watch this classical guitar concert. People showed up because they want to see you perform. They want to see you. They want to see you perform. They want to see music. It's about the confidence and the skills of presentation in order to make that audience enjoy the pieces. Whether or not I'm doing a good job of that right now is a valid debate. I don't know. Leave a comment in the comment section if you have any feedback. But what I'm trying to get at is just like not enough people play for others. Like not enough people get started actually performing for others until way too long. Like way too late into the journey of learning any classical instrument, I think. But classical guitar especially. Classical guitar is particularly well suited for performers because it's a solo instrument, and it's a solo instrument that you can throw in a case and carry around and just show up at the park and just play. And people enjoy it, dude. People either ignore it or they enjoy it. Like, nobody dislikes it. Like, nobody dislikes this. Maybe some people, I don't know. But yeah, all this is to say that I think performance is a skill, and it's its own skill tree. It's its own thing that you should practice, and you're not going to get better at it unless you actually do it. The ways that we offer that are studio classes and open mics. So an open mic is a bi-weekly offering where it's a group of fellow guitarists who all play for each other. You just play, you bring whatever pieces you want. It creates a nice community where we can all geek out and talk about classical guitar with one another. And it just creates like a really nice performance opportunity for people to show up and play for a camera. It is real. It is real, actual experience to perform for a camera. For a long time on Twitch, like my hands would start trembling, especially if I got like a raid with like 100 people from some other Twitch streamer. Like, oh my gosh, like the nerves go up. And then over time you do it enough and your body just doesn't have that reaction at all anymore. Just same exact thing performing in person. I've performed on stage multiple times. I've performed showing up at Penn Station, just show up and busking. Like I've done that probably 5 times now, something like that. What's up, El Kuki? Yeah, dude. It's great to have you, man. No worries on missing the math stream, of course. Yeah, like I don't know. It's just so much fun to share your passion, this thing that you spend so much of your time on. Even though I'm never going to be a professional, I'm never going to play like a GFA winner or a contender, even somebody who like gets rejected for the GFA. That's okay. Like I'm never going to play like a traditional pro, but that's okay. Like it doesn't mean that you shouldn't. Like if you have the time or the desire to play for your family or play for others, like it's still worth it. Or like to start a side hustle, start like a passion project, like streaming on YouTube or Twitch, or just recording your, progress and uploading like a practice log. Like it's just very rewarding. And I think that there's a great glow effect to other aspects of your life. Like it can just really build confidence in like public speaking, public presentation skills of other kinds. It's just such a rewarding passion for me to perform out here live, as scary as that is on the internet. Yeah. So open mics are a group where you get often just frequent performance experience on Zoom. Then studio classes, this is more of a masterclass experience. This is straight up just literally a masterclass. You get to take a masterclass with Christopher Ladd, who's a phenomenal guitarist and teacher. Incredibly accomplished. He's a professor at the Hart School at the University of Hartford. Just incredible guitarist, and he can he can freaking whip you into shape, dude. Like, I've learned so much working together with Chris. He's right here in the middle of the guitar. I've learned so much from him, like studying privately or semi-publicly with Chris, and I think it's just such a damn cool thing that we're offering right now, to offer really affordable masterclasses with Chris. So if you join the Concert Guitar Academy, we will get you into shape. We will get you some performance experience. Very heavily subsidized lessons, like master classes with a world-renowned guitarist. You'll get frequent performance experience for fellow similar enthusiasts. If you want it, we also offer private or semi-public lessons as well. The way that I film my lessons with Chris, you'd get a heavy discount if you wanted to take lessons with Chris or with me and film them and share them with others. I think it's a cool idea, and that might sound scary, that might sound frightening, but dude, nobody cares. Like, here's the thing, like, nobody cares in the first place. The only people who care, who are going to watch those, are fellow people on your side, are fellow guitarists looking, to get super deep technical information about how to practice Villa-Lobos Prelude 4 or whatever, like all of these pieces. So it's a simple offer. There's a community, there's community events, there's the community masterclasses, community open mics, and then there's private lessons, and there's public lessons as well. Yeah, thanks. You also get access as a Academy channel member. You also would get access to my private practice sessions. So after this little rant, which I should wrap up any minute now, after this rant, I'm just going to practice classical guitar for the next hour, 2 hours or something. I'll probably work on some Lady Huntston's Puff. That one's feeling a bit rusty. I don't know what else I'm going to practice, but it gets you access to a nice little community of deeply engaged enthusiasts. And it's a place where you can ask questions. I can answer questions. I teach just kind of constantly here on YouTube live. And yeah, I really appreciate and am just so grateful for this platform that's growing and this community that's growing. And I want to share that with other people. I want to share that experience with other people who might be inspired to start a stream, but you don't want to create your own channel, or you're just inspired to start practice logging or just sharing your progress with others, or you're inspired to try to find a community the way that we have been building one here. So, yeah, I don't know. It's just, I think it's awesome. I hope you all join us. And yeah, thank you. Thank you for watching. Let's play one more song, and then we'll get into the practice session. What do I want to play after that one? Let's do Julia Florida. I feel like let's do Julia Florida. Yeah. And during this, I'm going to try to think. I feel like maybe I missed a topic. Maybe not. I don't know. I think we hit the main topics for today. Thanks for watching. I will not be streaming next week. I'm out of town for a wedding, so. Not sure yet exactly when we will restart the streams, but if you join the Discord, discord.jcpractices.com, that's where you'll get some information about what's coming up. Yeah, so if you want to join us, you can shoot me an email at jcpractices@gmail.com. You could join the Discord. link in the description. Really, link in the description for how to join the Concert Guitar Academy. The main thing is that it is a channel membership. Right now it's just $5 a month. And that gets you access to studio classes, open mics, and we can talk if you're interested about private or public lessons. And oh yeah, did I mention, like, the public lessons, you get access to all other students' recorded lessons as well. Like, I think that that's for the right weirdo, super crazy enthusiasts like myself. That is an amazing offer. So, here is Julia Florida. After this, we'll practice. Thanks for watching. that's it. Thank you. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed that. Please do like and subscribe and share with anybody that you know who wants to freaking learn how to perform and actually show up and perform and share your passion with others, because that's the point. At the end of the day, I feel that that's the point, at least for some people. Thanks for watching. All right. So I'm going to take a quick break, and then we're going to get into the live practice session here. But first, what's up, Ben Metapod? How are you? Is that Metapod the Pokemon dude? I wish my practice habits were as good as yours. I appreciate that, man. I really do appreciate that. Yeah, I've got a lot of thoughts that I could share on that. I could rant on that for a while, but I'll do that right after we take a quick break. Thank you for watching. Be right back. Hey, what's up? I'm back. All right, thank you for watching that. Now let's get a bit more cozy and practice. Thanks. I'm still down to talk about this topic for anybody who's here and who wants to hang out and talk about it. I think it's a good topic for today. Yeah, thanks for being here. All right, what do I want to practice today? I kind of want to do some scales, but I do want to hit that Lady Huntston's puff first. really, really terrible right-hand fingering on this passage. This passage has an issue. It fixes it if you use a rest stroke. Right there, yeah. You can do a rest stroke, like a repeated index, if you go rest stroke to the next string. Go 10 more minutes. Yeah, my fingerings are just really weird on this. I think that there's better solutions than the ones that I found like how many years ago now when I learned this piece. I learned this piece in 2020. Yeah, late 2020, early 2021. So, a solid 5 years plus. It's been a while. I would make very different decisions, I think, nowadays, especially now that my scale technique is much better than it used to be. I just don't really want to rework this piece from the beginning, from the ground up. If I'm going to put in that much work into a piece, I'd rather, at this point, learn something new. Because I like the way it sounds. I've gotten used to how it sounds this way with a lot of slurs and things like that. So, anyways, well, this stream is not not getting numbers. That's okay, I guess. I guess that's okay. This is also an opportunity, I should say, if anybody wants to talk about Concert Guitar Academy at all and just general kind of questions and things, that can be the topic for this practice session stream. Maybe we just like make this a regular practice stream, but the general theme, the general thread as a topic is this topic. I don't know. I know that some people have opinions. It looks like nobody who's one of the members is here today, but we do have like a solid, 6, 7, 8 people or something who are part of it. Would love to brainstorm, would love to get feedback. Any thoughts, any questions from people who are hearing about it for the first time, maybe? I could splice in discussion like through the rest of the stream. Like if I go back and edit this video and have, a dedicated video for the topic. Don't even know if that's worth it though. Just, I don't see the return on time when I do that. Maybe that's just because I should just give up and do something else. I don't know. Maybe. right, so we did approximately 15-20 minutes of hands-on guitar time on My Lady Huntson's Puff. Let's move on and let's do something else. I think we've refreshed that piece well enough for my purposes for today. Cool. No requests in the chat right now, so let's move on to what do I want to play? What do I want to practice next? I want to practice. Let's continue. We started this yesterday. I started sight reading the Allemande from Bach BWV 1004 from the second violin partita. We're slowly restarting the chaconne officially here. Look at that. Let's get a little more progress on that. "15 minutes. Time box. Maybe that's enough for right now. That's enough for right now. Let's pause. Let's work on some of these phrases. Ba-da-dum, bum, bum, ba-da-dum, bum, bum. Well, chat is quiet today. I think it's because I'm streaming at a very, very different time than I usually do. So, oh well, that's expected, I suppose. How's it going, everybody? How's it going, chat? I hope y'all are doing well. We've got a few people lurking. We've got 4 people just chilling and watching an amateur. Literally, the definition of an amateur hobbyist practicing live. That's pretty awesome to me. Enjoy your lurk. Please make yourself comfortable. I hope you enjoy. No pressure to chat. Just want to say thanks. Thanks for being here. somewhat. Your tone is very good. I appreciate that, Heidi. Thank you. I appreciate that very much. Thanks. How's your day going? Looking for high calorie food for my cat, Romina. She's picky and nervous. Cool. I hope you find the right food. I hope you find the right food for her. Did you enjoy the Luna stream? I don't know if you caught any of it. Let's switch over to the Luna cam for a second here. So at the beginning of this stream, as usual, I went on a rant and I talked a lot about Concert Guitar Academy for the first 30 minutes of this stream. So I would love feedback, but you already know all about it, so you don't need to you don't need to rewatch that part. But if you have any questions or thoughts, or if anybody wants to talk about Concert Guitar Academy, now's a perfect time. Like, this is the theme for today's stream. So let me say that first, and then let's do the awesomeness. We got Luna. We got Luna Cam. We got the Luna Cam going. Thanks for hanging out with me. I don't know what I'm planning on doing with all these videos. If I'm going to clip out the beginning or just leave it as a long practice session. Is a studio class going on today? It's tomorrow, Emilio. You were too late. I texted you in Instagram, and you were too late, my friend, to respond. So the spot has already been taken. But we're gonna have Jane. I don't know if you've met her, but she is going to perform Evocación, Merlin Evocación for Chris. It'll be fun. Yeah, we got the Luna Cam back. So, would love to have you sometime. Dude, I love the irony, by the way, Guitarcia, that, because last time that you were here was just like a couple streams ago, the Does My Guitar Make You Mad, Bro stream. I love the irony that like half of that video was me chatting with the Reddit moderator of the classical guitar subreddit, and then I posted that thing, and then you just got like a million requests, or like just like, what were all the reports saying? That it was spam, or that it was like self-promotion, or like negative content or something? I apologize for creating a tiny little stir. It is sub only, it's Academy only, actually, in fact. I think that while live, any channel member gets access to the stream while it's live. But then after that, the replay will go up to tier 3 Academy level. People said it was spam. Was it spam? I mean, I'm just trying to offer something to people, like I'm just trying to offer my content. I think it's a good video, man. I think it's a very good video that talks about a common experience amongst people, like as a hobbyist, like the fact that, I don't know, that I'm getting attention, or like I don't know, I think it's an interesting topic, and I perform classical guitar pieces in it. I perform actual classical guitar live. I don't know, yeah. So I got downvoted to oblivion, and it's nice and ironic that I was hanging out live with the Reddit moderator about it. I don't know, man. Apologies. If you want me not to post this in the future, I won't. I wouldn't have posted the first thing on Reddit. This contractor who I reached out to, who reached out to me, he just like proactively posted. And then that comment, is that guitar in the Lunacam a Cordoba? No, it's this guitar the whole time. This video is old. This is before the vinyls started happening. Yeah, this is an old video. But anyways, yeah, Emilio, I'd love to get your thoughts, feedback, man. Like, the structure is, it's $5 a month. You get on a rotation in order to get periodic master classes with Chris. So almost everybody has gone already. So if somebody hasn't had a master class yet and they join, they would probably go next. So it's a very affordable master class with, an amazing guitarist, academic, freaking professor of classical guitar. It also gives access to, here, wait. it also gives access to our open mic community. So the ability, it's basically stage time. Like, other creators do the same thing, and it's a good idea. Other people should do the same thing. Um, it's a Zoom open mic performance opportunity, to get performance experience and play for others. So it's a bi-weekly event that alternates between master classes with one student. It's a 45-minute master class followed by a 15-minute open Q&A. And then in the alternate weeks, it's everybody can play and give each other just peer feedback. It's an open mic. And then that also gives access to all of my recorded lessons with Chris and any other students who have recorded lessons as part of Concert Guitar Academy. But the idea of this thing is that it has the offering, the transformation that it offers to people is, if you want to become a performing guitarist, this is a great group to join. You will get performance experience, even if that's just on Zoom. But the whole idea is that people can learn to perform even in their very first year, I think. Like, for me, I want students in their first year performing. Because that's the point. For a lot of people, that is the point. And it is scary to perform for others, but creating a nice, positive space for people to get that experience in a low pressure, meaningful way, but also just to find community and to find other similar hobbyists who love the guitar and want to talk about the guitar and meet up on Zoom. I don't know. Any feedback? I mean, Heidi has been part of it for a long time. I think it's a cool offering. But yeah. Anyways. You really enjoy it. Yeah, awesome. if I'd have any direct feedback, it's a cool idea. I see a lot of groups doing virtual camps, festivals, seminars on specific guitar topics, so I'm sure there's an audience for it. I really do think that there is. I mean, especially in the online spaces. Like, there's there are just people around the world like who don't have a local guitar community. Or there's a lot of people around the world of people who are more nervous about showing up to an in-person thing and feel more comfortable in an online space. I think a lot of people out there are like that. Like, they want to become a performing guitarist and they would prefer to get started performing online on like an online open mic before going to some sort of in-person event or before starting to perform at like a retirement home or something. But really, like, the biggest thing to me is just like in like a private guitar studio, like with your teacher, namely Chris, maybe me, who knows, where you're connected with other students more than usual. Like, really just offering community and offering the really built in connection with other students, learning from the same teacher, or at least the same train of thought, the same school, the same, pedagogy. I don't know. I think community is something that is just super, super important. And like a really awesome online supercharged guitar studio that uses technology, that uses things like Zoom, that uses social media or video editing. I don't know. I think that there's a lot of opportunity there. It's something that I want for myself. Like, I am like the target audience, I think. Like, somebody who doesn't want to become a professional but takes guitar as a pursuit really, really seriously and wants to study at the highest possible level that I can, given my constraints, given my schedule. I don't know. I think that there's a lot of people out there who are looking for more depth. And I think it's great that people are starting to pick up this idea of running open mics or performance opportunities for students. It's because it's easy. It's easy to do, and it's really, really high value for the students, I think. And with some level of scale, like if there's a lot of people involved, it can just make guitar lessons so much more affordable and accessible. Just deciding if I should resub to watch, if I can make it. It'll be available as a VOD for the rest of the day, at least. So if you can't make it live, I guarantee I'll keep the VOD up for the rest of the day. And it'll be a tier 1 membership if you want to just get access to the YouTube video. Tier 1 membership, Luna membership, and then the day after it'll go up to tier 2, the Kaya membership, and then after that, forevermore, it'll be Academy level. If you want to join the Zoom, that requires Academy level. So $5 to join the Zoom and ask questions to Chris and, pop in, say hi, everything. Get on the rotation. Like, you could go next week or next time in 2 weeks, 2 weeks after tomorrow. You could do a masterclass with Chris and blow all of our minds, just like melt our faces. Or, I don't know, sometime I think it would be awesome to have you, Emilio, as a guest teacher if you wanted. Like, there might be some week that Chris can't make it or doesn't want to make it or something. Kaya level, dude, let's go. Thank you, Emilio. Bro, can I play you something, or is there something that you'd like to hear me practice? Either way, dude, thank you. I don't know how well you know all my repertoire right now. If you just want to hear me continue practicing this Bach, I'll put your name down on Partita number 2, BWV 1004. Bro, thank you. I'm sorry, dude. I shouldn't have been calling you Emilio. Bro, I'm going. I know. Dr. Garcia in the chat. I'm sorry. I will never make that mistake again. Dr. Garcia, thank you so much for the super chat, bro. I appreciate it. Yeah, I'm going to put you down on this one, but I will also play you something. Let's do that little lute prelude. Classical guitarcia. Let's go with that. Okay, dude. You're right next to Alan, right up top. Thank you. Thank you, dude. No worries, I'm not even used to the title myself. I will get used to it. But as long as your channel handle is Classical Guitarcia, I'm going to write that. I'm writing handles on all this stuff. Yeah, thanks. Thanks, man. I do want to play a song anyways, but then I'll continue practicing this one. Here is... I want to do Lady Hunstan's Puff again. At the beginning of this video, when I ranted for a while about Concert Guitar Academy, I played about 5, 6, 7 minutes in, something like that. I played My Lady Hunstan's Puff, a one-time performance. Handel's, yeah, Handel's. And it went okay, but then we practiced, and let's see if it goes better this time around. So here is John Dowland, My Lady Hunstan's Puff. definitely better than earlier. Thank you again, man. There's some Lady Huntsman stuff. It's nice to be refreshing that piece and trying to get it back into my random performances, random repertoire. Okay. So anyways, I don't know. I think that this is a cool idea, personally. And I think it could scale, I think it could scale to a larger group. And yeah, I look forward to seeing where it goes from here. Thanks so much for the claps. I appreciate it, y'all. Emilio, I hope you don't mind this new brand. Emilio, Heidi as well. Like, feedback, please, is a gift. I mean, I have to try to get clickbaitier, as you can tell, right? I think just like kind of like annoyingly like overconfident, just like kind of bragging sort of level in like a rage baity way. That's sort of the new direction, the new idea. And it is true. Like, I do feel incredibly proud that like people do, capital letters, pay me to practice, right? Like, it's all very literal. Like, yeah, dude, people pay me to practice, and that's phenomenally cool, and I'm very proud of that. I feel that this new rage bait direction, that there's something that feels authentic to me about it at the same time. So I don't know. What do you all think? Like, I just want to make sure that the thumbnails and everything don't get too annoying for people who are already fans of the channel. I think we should absolutely have guest teachers. I want Dr. Garcia right here, absolutely, to be a guest teacher. I was talking with Sam Griffin about this yesterday, and he was saying that he would like to. So we already have one. Dude, like, we could have like super famous names, showing up to this thing. Like, if we do it the right way, I think that we could have awesome guests. Yeah, I have other people in mind. I have other people in mind. Dang, clickbait guitarist back in my day. Yeah. Well, it's just, is it kind of a statement on the state of YouTube? Like, unfortunately, like, I wish I could just freaking do what I was doing a year ago, just like the same exact title and thumbnail, but then YouTube stopped showing the stream to people. So I guess I have to play the game as a YouTuber. Anyways, yeah. It's not really too annoying, just kind of attention grabbing. Yeah, good. Because I wanted to sort of be clickbait, rage bait adjacent, but still, yeah, I don't know. Not too annoying, yeah. Get more annoying. I can get more annoying. Yeah. We could do it. Did you see my thumbnail from yesterday? Like, it's got like the Villalobos Prelude 4 super zoomed in and like money mouth. I updated it a bit since posting it in the Discord, and it's like, people, capital letters, pay me to practice. Yeah. I find that kind of annoying, but also kind of inspiring, maybe. Like, that's the aim. Like, check it out. If you haven't seen it already, feedback, is appreciated, as always. It's like a giant money mouth emoji. And, I don't, like, the idea is that, yeah, this guy is not that great, but dang, that's kind of inspiring. He performs for people. He performs actual concerts. He gets paid to put on concerts. I have recurring paid concerts, from groups that want that and pay me to perform concerts. That's amazing. That's already better than I ever expected that I could get. And I'm proud of that. Like, unashamedly proud of that. And maybe what's interesting about it is the fact that I am not that great, that I am an amateur. But I'm still good enough that people want to pay me. Like, that's crazy. So I could turn somebody else, into a performer, I think. I think I can. I think I could do it. get Luna back on screen. I think we got enough of this idea going on right now. Where's the Luna video? What video left? Oh, the thumbnail went into the folder. There we go. Let's double this up. Can we get? Let's do this. Yeah. There we go. This is the art that I wanted to make today. Emilio, Dr. Garcia, I apologize again. One of the lines in my little arsenal of rage baity lines to offend the academic guitarist is that I think, objectively, I've performed more than any other guitarist. Almost, period. I'm just going to say it, period. I think I've performed more than any other guitarist. If you measure it by percentage of time performing versus practicing privately, if you measure it as a percentage of your own time, yeah, that's for sure rage bait. But isn't there an argument there? Like, dude, name somebody. Because not only have I been practicing as like nearly a full-time streamer since the pandemic, which is already a very small pool of people, but I've been doing this during the student stage. Like as a student, during the student years, approximately conservatory years, streaming 90% plus of my time with hands on the guitar. But playing 2 concerts a week for like 50 years, yes, but how much are they practicing privately versus playing in a concert? I'm saying as a percentage of total time, percentage of performing versus practicing privately, which maybe says a lot. Like my percentage is way too much performance, not enough private practice, but I think kind of objectively come on. I wouldn't call public practicing performing. I would. This is performing too. Like it's with an audience. There's a lot to, I don't know. I think that you gain performance experience if you're practicing publicly. Counting practice streams, of course. Yeah, only because like that's where this argument hinges. It hinges on the idea that one can practice as a performance. Like the practice session itself can be a performance, and one can practice in a way that is a performance as well. Okay. Yeah, see, that's where the rage bait is. See, that's where you would pop in the comment section and be like, that doesn't count. That doesn't count at all. Like, practice sessions, like streaming practice sessions doesn't count as performance. I think it does. I think I've practiced, or I've played guitar with an audience more than any other guitarist. if you count percentage of time like practicing, or I don't know. Yeah, I think that there's something there. Rage bait. I think you got to do the 24-hour performance stream. I tried to do that once, like during the, like when I was like coming back from sickness. That did not last. I mean, I tried. It didn't work. It was terrible. And I was still sick. Like I was not recovered enough to try to do it, and it just didn't. I mean, I would like to do that sometime. Yeah, I mean, I was just it. It wasn't 24 hours, but I did like consistently like 10-hour days or something. Um, yeah, I would love to do it. I would love to do like crazy, marathon streams, but nah. I just want to practice this one more, man. Who's the person who made the original Reddit thread? They seem like a very devoted fan. There's somebody who reached out about making clips for my math channel. They're not a very devoted fan. They don't know anything about classical guitar. And I was just like, yo, yeah, thank you. Like, yeah, we could work together on like math shorts. Maybe someday you could help me out with some types of like social media stuff for the guitar channel. Maybe someday I might, like you might, like you could help me make some clips for the guitar channel. I didn't ask them to make a clip. I definitely did not ask them to post on Reddit. they just like proactively made a clip and posted to Reddit, and I was like, damn, okay, I love the hustle, dude, but don't do that. Don't do that. Yeah, so I don't like that that they so proactively posted and everything, but yeah, well, they did. I mean, they are a fan truly of like what I'm doing. They like what I'm doing with regards to like both of these channels, but and I mean, I didn't ask them to like immediately take it down because it was a fan clip. Like I didn't ask them to make a clip. I didn't ask them to post anything or to even yeah, I did not ask them to make a clip at all. So it truly is kind of a fan clip. I don't know. The mod is here, so I feel like we could we'll find out if I get banned immediately for this. I don't know if this qualifies as spam or not. I don't know. I didn't ask for it. What's up, El Kooky? How's it going? Oh, was Leo live? Oh, Leo lectures or Leo guitar? Leo Tom music or Leo lectures? That's cool. Yeah, Leo lectures has been streaming often recently, which is really freaking cool. I think. How was it? I imagine you're talking about math Leo, not guitar Leo. Okay, well this I feel like this is in pretty good shape for right now for day 2. That's half of this piece. That is literally page 1 of 2 right now. So, lot of work left to do. I don't know where the tempo is compared to where it should be. I like the way it sounds at this tempo personally, but I think we're pretty close to done for today. If anybody has any questions, thoughts, topics, we could talk a little bit more about Concert Guitar Academy if anybody wants to talk about that. Otherwise, I'm starting to feel kind of tired. We could do a little more scales, potentially. Um, yeah, I don't know. It's nice to see you all. Thank you for tuning in. I mean, it is objectively true that people pay me to practice. That is something that cannot be argued. And that's pretty amazing. It's not very much. I don't get paid very much, but people do objectively pay me to practice. That's an accomplishment. That's like a hell of an accomplishment, I think. And I don't see why this wouldn't count as performance. Like, I'm playing the guitar. I'm making sounds with the guitar. I'm entertaining an audience. I'm bantering. This is all banter right now. Like, this is a public guitar performance. Fight me on that. I'm gonna piss off some academic musicians out there. Whether or not it's a good idea is a separate question, but I think objectively I've performed more as a percentage of time, at least, than anybody. Probably anybody ever. I don't know. Alright, scales for a little bit. I gotta wrap this up pretty soon, so I think just 10 minutes of scales. And I think Heidi's onto something that I could get more annoying. Like, I probably should try to get just a little more annoying and rage baity. So I apologize if it's gonna... Just let me know if it gets too far in that direction at any point. Doctorate is actually an instrumental performance, not guitar, so you might be an authority on what is a performance. Let's debate it live. Dude, hop on stream sometime. Let's have that debate. Let's have that debate. I think that this counts as a performance. Why not? Somebody else is observing me. I'm performing. This is not me when I'm private. When I'm on my own and I'm practicing on my own privately, I practice very differently. I'm practicing with an audience. It's a performance. It's like a practice performance. But it counts as a performance. There's an audience. There's somebody watching, somebody observing. I think while I play the guitar, make sounds with the guitar, do guitar related content, it's a performance. Like, dude, how is this not, like, having, like, brain rot sludge content on the side? How is all of this not a performance? There's, like, visual content and a prepared, visual presentation and thumbnails and, other people in the chat as well. Like, it's a performance, for better or worse. Like, it would be different maybe if I didn't read chat, if I didn't interact with chat. But this, like, I am attempting to entertain an audience, like interacting, chatting, and everything. Like, and I perform when people tip. Like, I'll do a straight up song performances if somebody tips, or it used to be for every 10 likes. So there was like a lot of mixed in performances. And the way I practice is definitely slightly different. I think your frequent recital / concerts you do count, just not the practice. I think it does. I think in-person masterclasses absolutely count. I mean, to me, absolutely they count. I mean, telling you, the academics in here trying to gatekeep, trying to freaking discredit what I'm doing again and again. Don't let that doctor get to your head, Emilio. Come on, dude. I mean, it's a performance art of some sort. Maybe it's not traditional guitar performance, of course, but it's a performance art. Like, this is some kind of performance. It's like a YouTube streamer performance built around classical guitar. I don't know. It's like we're just obviously, I think that we both agree on the content that I've practiced guitar with an audience more than almost anybody. I mean, I'm sure that there's somebody else out there, but whether or not that counts as a guitar performance, we're just, philosophizing, navel gazing on what is the definition, like what are the semantics of the word guitar performance, right? Unless it was an open rehearsal like orchestras do and advertise. This is advertised. I mean, the YouTube algorithm pushes this to lots of people. especially when we were streaming vertically, thousands of people every single day watch me perform to an international audience. Every single day to thousands of people to a paying international audience. Yeah? Objectively true. I also want to be careful that I'm not making the claim that my total hours playing guitar with a live audience is greater than anybody else. I'm not making that claim either, because I do believe that there are people with 50 years of concerting experience who have gigged hours, per day, Like, I definitely believe that there are people out there who have gigged many, many, many more hours busking or concerting, touring, like touring guitarists who have many more hours performing with an audience or playing guitar with an audience, if we put it there. My only claim was percentage of time with an audience versus not with an audience, practicing the guitar or playing the guitar. Like, I think my percentage of time with an audience is way higher than almost anybody. I mean, I don't know. You've got to agree on that. And rage baited officially, 10% rage baited, somewhat rage baited. Oh, okay, we gotta wrap this up soon. Yeah, I mean, for sure, there's Cactus and Guitar Shredder. They are way up there, of course, as well. But I'll say that they certainly practiced on their own privately as a student way longer before they started streaming. I mean, yes, I'm very aware that there's other practice streamers, but I started practice streaming earlier in my total guitar career. I think that my number of years of practice streaming versus private, I think at this point, as of this year, now I have more years as a practice streamer than my total years practicing classical guitar. Something like that, yeah. I mean, I don't know. And Yeah. There are, of course, others, but and it's not just years, but hours. Like within my own total number of hours. Like, I didn't go to music conservatory for 6 years and, woodshed and put in like an insane number of hours and then later turn into a practice streamer or something. I'm talking about the ratio. Yep. Yep, that's what I'm talking about. I'm talking about my ratio of with an audience to not with an audience. Yes. That's what I'm talking about. And if you call that entertaining an audience with guitar, then I've, in terms of ratio, performed guitar more than anybody. The question is, does this count? I think so. Totally. I mean, it absolutely could. It absolutely could rage bait somebody into making that argument, and they would be valid. I would probably be a lot better as a guitarist. I probably would be better if I practiced privately more. But I am making forward progress. Chris thinks that I am getting better, that I am not just plateauing and stalling. I am getting better, and that there is actual practice that can be done on YouTube Live, even. Yes, I'm certain that I could rage bait people into capital letters like "you never practice." I'm sure that I could rage bait people into that argument, and they would have a point, but also not at the same time. Like all, and I'm happy to say, that for me and for my own personal goals as a hobbyist, I'm as good as I feel I want or need to be, right? Like, if I don't get significantly better, I'm still okay with it. So, and I've shared my passion for the instrument with a lot of people, that there's a lot of value in that is different than the other approach. I don't know where I'm going with that. But yeah, Chris is gonna hate this video. I mean, what what I do definitely does offend some guitarists, you know? And I'm okay with that. Work right now on this thumb, creeping in and doing this buckling right now. It's just driving me absolutely insane. This is like right at the edge of control. I can kind of keep it Wicked. What's up, Ollie G? Welcome back, dude. Oh, I'm glad that Ollie G is now a regular of this classical guitar performance art. What's up, man? Your girl Julie likes classical. Nice, nice. Does your girl Julie have a favorite style of classical guitar or classical music? So I'm a biggie up and listen to it. Ollie G, what can I play for you? I think now is a good time actually for me to be wrapping up the stream. We've been going for 2.5 hours. It's a long stream. So thank you for watching. Please do hit the like button. Don't forget, it helps me so much. It really does, everybody. If anybody hasn't, she listens to Paco de Lucia, right? Nice. I've got Asturias, flamenco. Asturias counts as flamenco, right? class today. As always, it was fun. Thank you for watching. Please do reach out. Join the Academy. Join the Academy membership if you want to join the Classical Guitar Academy. Is your cat a human being? No, but she's cute though. She's cute. Look at her. Isn't she cute? Concert Guitar Academy. We will turn you into a performing guitarist. That is the reason that you should join Concert Guitar Academy. You want to put on concerts. You want to actually play for people. Thank you for watching. Here is Asturias. Ollie G, do you know Asturias? Do you know this one? Are you a fan? Leyenda by Isaac Albeniz. Thanks for watching. I've heard it only a few times, like 700. Yeah. So you are a classical guitar fan. You know this one. Yeah, we're getting some interesting characters in the chat. I wonder, do I know you, dude? Is this an alt account? Who are you, Ollie G? Who are you? Here's Asturias, played by a hobbyist. Here we go. Damn it. Oh, yeah. There it is. Oh, okay, several things in there at the end that were like a little, at the very ending. But okay, I made the same memory slip that I've made recently in some recent performances. Also, what's up, Leroy? Thanks for tuning in, man. I made the same memory slip, but at least this time I was able to find it and fix it as we kept going. Luna Rot, yeah, we do have Luna Rot right now. Dude, Leroy, studio class tomorrow. Are you going to be able to join? Huh? Should be fun. We've got Jane performing a really nice piece called Evocación for Chris tomorrow. We'd love to have you. Oh, yes. Whose edition? Rogoznig. I thought you would remember that because we talked about it once and you said that Rogoznig's editions are scary for you. And Ollie G, dude, I'm glad you liked it. I think. Did you like it? It is different than usual. The extra voice. Are you talking about this? Most people do. What are your thoughts on this, Emilio, now that you've thought of it for a while. Probably why you blocked it out of your mind. Yeah, Rogoznig it's a tough one. I mean, it makes it really hard in some of these spots, like nice evocación. It does evoke emotion. Absolutely it does. Like this. Back. It's hard. I mean, it's hard. Yo, what's up, Alex? Sounds better than the usual one? Hell yeah, dude. Classical Guitarcia here was just telling me that I'm not performing. Dude, but I just converted Ollie G over to enjoying the Rogoznig edition more than the regular one. So look at that. That counts as a performance. That counts as a performance. What's up, Alex? Dude, good to see you. Alex, bro, you should you should join our Sunday open mics, and you could get a masterclass from Chris. That was a performance. I do those every single day, all the time, like frequently. But so does practice, man. I think that practice counts too. It's a different type of performance. It's a lot more conversational, but there's still a performance happening. Yeah. Anyways, yeah, Concert Guitar Academy. If you all want to hear about it, you could rewind to the beginning of this video where I talked a lot about the idea. Basically, we run master classes and open mics. So you could join us anytime. It's super fun. We've got guest teacher, partner on Concert Guitar Academy. It's not a guest teacher. He's like leader of Concert Guitar Academy is Christopher Ladd. He's a phenomenal, amazing guitarist, professor at the University of Hartford. And yeah, we alternate studio classes where Chris gives master classes to the group. And then on the alternate weeks, we just run a open mic where everybody gets to perform, and we all just take turns, and it's just an opportunity to perform for each other and get some performance experience. Guitar skills have not been staying sharp, too tired after work to really focus on practice. I feel you. Well, if you want some positive peer pressure, if you want to get guitar practice back into your habits and in your rotation, signing up for something like this, I think, is just like one of the best possible ways to have like a group that you're accountable to. You want to show up and have some progress and talk about guitar with others. So consider it. It's a really nice group. Yeah, it's been fun. So tomorrow morning, 10 a.m. Eastern, I will set up a stream for that. Guitar after work is better than substance abuse after work. That is true. That is very true. Wise words from Ollie G. Yeah, man. Yeah. All right, well, it was a pleasure, everybody. Thank you for hanging out with me today. Thanks for being here. Please do like and subscribe and share with people if you know anybody who would like this. It's a really nice growing community, I think, and I'm very excited to see where we can take this academy idea. I think guest teachers would be a really damn cool next step as a goal, but really just getting going, because we've done a bunch of these studio classes, but we haven't streamed that many, or we haven't shared that many. We've done a bunch privately, and we're just now getting started streaming them. I think it's a great idea, and people seem to be excited for it. So, all right. Thanks for watching. All right. Like and subscribe. Thanks for watching. Bye. Bye.